What's good, Taurus? TT here with our daily channel message from our great spirit, our divine source, that heart chakra. I have a message for my divine ones, the divine collective that spirit wants to talk to today, okay? This is going to be a very interesting download message. I don't know yet exactly what this is about or who this is for, but someone or something. I'm going to say something. Something is making so much sense now. That is the direct message that I got. Something is making so much sense now. Either someone has put two and two together, their overall enlightenment behind why something had to happen or why something didn't work is being revealed. I heard as we speak. So the dots are being connected. The messages and confirmations are all coming together. And you, whoever you are, have been trying really hard to play it safe. Okay? I'm going to repeat that again. You have to be a divine Taurus that has been playing it safe, working really hard towards learning from your past mistakes and avoiding disasters along the way. At all costs, you've been trying to avoid ruffling other people's feathers, avoid people trying to attack you, avoid psychic attacks, avoid losing friends or getting new friends that could potentially be lost again, or getting into relationships that can potentially be lost again. You are in a cocoon, playing it safe. So if that resonates with you and you are new, welcome to our love nest. And for those of you that are returning, y'all know the vibes. Yes, y'all do. Y'all know the vibes over here. All of my channel messages are timeless. This only serves as a high vibrational confirmation of your own intuition, okay? Okay. So we're going to go ahead and talk about it. We're going to get this message from Spirit and see what it is that Spirit wants to say to you. So I hope this message resonates with you and is useful on your journey. Discard. I said discard. Somebody may be getting carded. Or you may have a child that has a fake ID. All right, Spirit's telling on people right now. If you've been suspecting that maybe, you got a little rebel on your hands, you just might have one. They don't have to be related, and I just got to mention that because I am seeing it, okay? This is your moment, okay? This right here, you've already lost. You've loved and you've lost. You've already been through the thick of it. This is your moment. This is your time. Okay. So whatever it is, the channel message for you, those of you that I'm talking to, is very specific. All right. Let's get your oracle cards. Do 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 do. You will remember me for centuries and centuries. You may like that song. That may be a song that your spiritual team has been sending to you to like get you amped up or hype you up in efforts to get you moving. But whatever it is that you've been trying to play careful about, it's like you've been trying to manifest something inconspicuously. You've been trying to manifest something without other people knowing. You've been trying to manifest something without disappointing people around you and having them, give you some pushback or make something harder for you that you really, 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 really want. You got to really, really want this. And Spirit wants you to know this. You are a divine being having a human experience. I'm going to repeat that again. You are a divine being having a human experience, not the other way around. Okay? Everything you do will stand out. Everything you do will create tower moments for humanity. Everything that you do will have a ripple effect, for better or for worse, on this planet, on this dimension. Okay? And you don't want to do it. And the reason why you don't want to do it, or the reason why you're apprehensive to take off and just start doing something, or to just speak up and go for something that you want, is because your intuition has already revealed to you just how many people will be affected by your cutoff game, just how many people will be affected by your stance, just how many people will be affected by you choosing yourself. Whatever it is, this may be something in your career sector, this may be something in your life purpose, this may be something connected to a relationship. No matter what you do, every choice you make during this incarnation will affect those around you and those not around you. You are the water. You are the ripples. You are the divine beings here that goes through so much turmoil and difficult lessons and experiences because you're meant to do something great with it. All right. So just like Lion King, you are the ones that have to laugh in the face of danger over and over and over again, every single time. So when you don't honor what your soul thrives to be, when you're not honoring what your authentic soul knows it is, you're going to experience that chaos inside of you, right? So it's like the activations that you're supposed to initiate on this dimension, the things that you're supposed to bring into fruition, the impacts you're meant to have in connection with certain relationships, all of it's waiting on you to say yes. All of it's waiting on you to take action. How many confirmations does it take before, how many licks does it take to, I was hearing that, but I tried to flip it. But really, it was like, how many licks does it take to get to the center of it, Tootsie Pop or something like that. But I heard it like that, but I felt like Spirit was saying. So that may be a confirmation where Spirit is telling you something and you're like, wait a minute, the way Spirit is saying it, it doesn't sound like another person may understand where I'm coming from. That's control, right? It doesn't sound like I'm supposed to say it like that because it doesn't come off so profound. That's control. The way we sugarcoat things, the way that we try to prepare things, the way that we try to cater to the ego's, entertainment, the ego's interpretation of the facade. I was watching something, I saw a comment, and damn, I don't have my phone. But in the comment, it wasn't on this channel. It was underneath another documentary or something like that. And somebody said, damn, I don't know if you ever saw Batman. But it was something along the lines of like, no one ever cared about who I was until I put the mask on. Bane. So I think Bane, the character Bane from Batman, said that line. So don't quote me on it because I don't know it verbatimly. But I am seeing that same type of Daenerys. I'm seeing Daenerys Targaryen. So you may be drawn to a lot of strong archetypal roles. And you're like the sleeping giants. You've been hidden in plain sight. But it's not time for you to slumber or continue slumbering. It's time for you to wake up. It's time for you to make headway. Okay? Shake trees. I'm hearing like that sound where people, it's like breaking through concrete. I feel like you guys are meant to break the artificial concrete that's been laid down on top of the earth and allow the natural nature of Great Mother to break through the infrastructures that it sits on top of, that sits on top of her. I feel like you guys are the groundbreakers of humanity, and what it means to be a divine being here on earth. But that only happens when you get out of your own way. And some of you may have to put on a mask, and you may have to, hide yourself because your light shines that bright and it's very blinding and it's very intimidating. But don't ever forget who you are, right? And at times you may find yourself having to say, yeah, you're damn right. I understand my target. I understand my market. I understand who I'm communicating to. But don't ever get it twisted. You don't know me. You don't know the person underneath the mask. Because if you did, you would have been able to recognize me before I put it on. So it's almost as if y'all have been like, your journey required that you observe for a period of time humanity. What's their strengths? What's their weaknesses? What's the problem? And you have been on the short end of the stick, and hit over the head over and over and over again. So yeah, this is your moment of revelation. This is your moment of an epiphany, a realization where you take off the mask and it's like, what the fuck? That was you all along? Yeah, it was me. You couldn't see me in my true form because I was blinding you. So I made it more comfortable for you to exist in my presence, not the other way around. That's what I'm seeing here. And that's why when you reveal yourself, your true authentic form, your true soul essence, all of these ties that are connected to you, they must fall. All these towers that have been built off of you, your energy, your name, whatever it is, has to come down. But it only initiates when you take your rightful place. Okay? That's the only way it's going to initiate. You got to be like, by this shall all men know. Yeah. And like I said, a lot of you guys had to be hidden because you would have been taken out. A lot of y'all have been, you've been hunted. You've been hunted, taunted, and observed since you were 8, younger than 1 year old, since you incarnated here, 1, 3, and now y'all might be in y'all going through your 3rd cycle of life, okay, or you're going on your 1st. But they want you to understand that this was all by design to help give you time to observe humanity long enough to to be able to provide the solution before you tear it down. Oh shit, Spirit said you are the problem solvers. So you had to generate the problem. You had to be able to observe the problem, generate the solution, and then tear that shit down so you can implement the solution you created. Now, if that is not a message, I don't know what it is, okay? What I told you. The fucking storm. Disruption. Disgrace. Dun-dun-dun-dun, as the scar on his face. Deception. Yeah, y'all were like considered to be the false prophets and this, and you were considered to be the disgrace, but all along you were special because you didn't look like the rest. You didn't act like the rest. You were so different. You were so divergent. You propelled yourselves. All right? You're the manifestation of a divine plan. So in order to unlock those downloads and those light codes that were embedded in you before you even incarnated, before you crossed over into this dimension, before you took a physical body, those light codes was already planted inside of you. And it's through the no's, it's through the unfortunate situations, it's through all those negative traumatic experiences that you went through. It's like lightning striking and hitting those light codes. Every experience is just like boom, 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 hitting it over and over and over again. And that's how you accelerate it so fast. Okay? That's how you accelerate it, but so fast. But here's why The reason why Spirit didn't put you on that mantle, because that's what you came to tear down. Many of you guys are not here to put on this archetype of facade where you got everyone glorifying you and everyone looking up to you as you're the new image of perfection, where everybody's supposed to be like you, talk like you. You weren't sent here to create robots and to create other mini yous. That's not what you came here for. The ones that I'm talking to, you came here to remind people that, yeah, I might inspire you. I might strike lightning inside of you. I may make you realize what's no longer working in your life, but don't ever place me on a pedestal, because you are a God. You are also divine. You're not drawn towards a divine being because they're above you. You're drawn because you are also a divine being having a human experience. But in order to step into your essence, all right, and reveal all your excellence, you got to first accept who you truly are at the core. And this is why every time somebody wants to, hold you accountable for their choices, them walking away from their situations, and them feeling like, you are the blame in their life, you hold them accountable. No. That's your narcissism. That's your expectations. That's your entitlement trying to tell me who I'm supposed to be or how I failed you. Now you also telling them that it was their fault that they placed someone as, that authority figure, that influencer, as their beacon of light and hope. They externalized it. So not only are you holding them accountable for not putting you on a pedestal, because every time you don't look like the image that they expect you to look like, you irritate their demons. So what do? They project their evil eye. They look at you like, well, maybe if you come back down on my level, we can have a lateral conversation. Where they do that at? You've been dealing with people that want you to lower your standards and shy away from who you truly are to make them feel more comfortable about their small minds, their small state of consciousness. That would be equivalent to you closing off your heart chakra, separating yourself from the spirit, separating yourself from the Most High. That's what I see here. So when you're asking yourself like, well, I want to say the right things and I don't want to say the wrong things and I want to be right, that is self-doubt. And every time you cast that over yourself, that's another rose-colored glass you got to work to take off again, over and over again. They're meant to leave you for a while. All right. The first thing that Spirit wants you to realize is your light, when shine brightly, is meant to irritate people's demon. You're meant to come off like a troll to a troll. That's just pretty much what Spirit is saying. And then they're going to leave you and be like, oh, I'm so irritated with this. I cannot. And they're going to go talk about you to other people and things like that. And it's going to generate. Okay, like Black Panther. What happened when Zuri created that suit, that armor, that when it's hit by something, that great force is bounce back like a boomerang. So for every hit and every tongue that rises up against you, is the harder they fall. And then when they get tired of bumping their head and falling off the horse for charging towards you, then they'll learn. But that don't mean that you're supposed to change. Because I feel like a lot of you guys have asked yourselves, like, let me make sure I'm not being arrogant, I'm not being narcissistic, that I'm being nice about it. All of this energy is telling me that you've already been nice. You've already looked at yourself in the mirror. You've already you started already doing your own self-analysis. And you're like, no, wait a minute. I did the work. I deserve this. Okay? The bag. You deserve the bag. You deserve what it is that you have worked hard to be where you are at. Okay. And now that you are, it's like the problem is these people don't believe that you should be receiving this for that. You know what I'm saying? No matter how much you have trained for it, no matter how much you have got out of your own way, seized the opportunities, it's like because you are doing it with tattoos on your body, you're not holy. Because you're doing it with your shirt off, you're not holy. Because you're not being formal and sitting in a specific type of podium or at a specific environment, you know, a lot of you guys are about to take it to the streets. Because that's what your spirit is calling you to do. You're about to take it to the courts. You're about to take it to, you know what I'm saying, the community centers. You're about to bring everything that you have earned and manifested with, and you're about to stimulate the economy. That's why you were chosen. That's why you're a divine being having a human experience. And these connections that you're meant to make with other people is because there's a divine counterpart to you as well. And so the signs are cautioning you of someone trying to project they're trying to project their falsehood over you. All these whatever they call them. I just don't know why they don't leave you alone. I mean, I could ask why, and I feel like you're asking. I just don't know why they don't leave me alone. I know why they don't leave you alone. I'm explaining it to you why you don't leave it alone, but the question is human and it's going to still come up. You know? And has not, I see it. It's just, you can be as nice as you need to be or want to be to humanity, but humanity is so sick to the point where there are people that participate in narcissism and don't even realize that they're a part of a narcissistic system. The patriarchal system in itself was designed to perpetuate narcissism, not just over you, but to cast it over your children, and the entitlement and the division and the separation. The root is so deep. This is why these divine beings have gone through those dark nights of the soul. They've gone through those experiences. They've been on the side of the fence where, you are the Robin Hoods of humanity. You've been on that side of watching from the position of those that are overlooked, the underdogs. So through that great journey that you've had to experience, your mind, body, and spirit won't allow you to ignore the amount of healing that needs to go into a certain area, that needs to be established, the compassion that needs to be repoured in certain areas of our communities, our environments. And so during this time, of course, they want to affect you. They want to affect you and use your families to hurt you and not support your big dreams. And it's not even a dream for yourself. You can go to your family right now and say, like, I want to start a youth program and try to get everyone around you to rally up and come up with something effective that can really help the future generations. And they're going to laugh at you. And they're going to tell you, yeah, you should do it. Because actions speak louder than words. As long as you're talking about what it is that you want to do, you're not received as someone that's about it. You don't stand on business. And this is why Spirit is saying you could try to keep it to yourself. It's going to wither away with you, because it was never meant for you to keep it to yourself. It was meant for the greater good. You're a part of the greater good. So Spirit's like, either you're going to get out of your own way, or I'm going to assign this to someone else. If you feel like this is too much, and the things I'm asking you to talk about is too great for you, then I'm going to assign it to someone else. Because you're hoarding it at that point. You're hoarding that. It doesn't belong to you. The ideas, the thoughts, the visions, it doesn't belong to you. And it's about obedience at this point. Fuck your feelings. And that's why the message was what it was the other day. It's not about you. And if a person felt triggered by that, it was because, again, they don't stand on business. They only talk about the things. They bump their gums to the things that they want to do. Okay? I'm talking to divine beings that are not here to cure people. Like, a lot of y'all are not here to ride someone's coattail, or to tell them what they want to hear, or to bleep out what it is that you're about to say. Somebody's like, oh, it's your delivery. Your delivery is irritating. Your delivery is affecting people. The divine beings that I'm talking to, you're not here to be diplomatic. Do you understand what I'm saying? Diplomacy never comes for the undervalued. Diplomacy never comes to the communities and the situations that are overlooked. Diplomacy will never reach that low, that deep. They're not going to go that low because it's easier to throw some concrete over it, or to bury it, you know what I'm saying? Hide it in a body of water, Lake Lanier. There's things that will never be unearthed unless it speaks through the elements and it reaches who is meant to reach. So the language that you uniquely speak is supposed to reflect the journey that you have had to endure. All right? It's in preparation for it. And you can trust that when it's time for you to change your tone of voice, when it's time for you to change your delivery, you will morph into whoever it is that the divine needs you to be, because that's what you are. You're the ethers in a vessel. You are raw creator energy in a vessel. So until you get the confirmation of a shift, you're to move accordingly. Okay, give yourself to spirit. Don't give a damn who don't like it or who feels as if you're wrong. There's a better way. There's a way to do that. Well, create the better way in your own lane. Get the fuck out of this lane. That's all spirit is saying. It's real simple. Stay out the business that don't mind you. Or fuck around and find out what it looked like. Get your feelings hurt. That's all that's going to happen. This is what I'm seeing here. Come up against it if you want to. Be a peacemaker if you want to. Walk around like you Mr. and Mrs. Know-it-all. Right? This is what this is saying. A lot of people, you're aware, are sitting back and watching, trying to determine whether or not they should speak against you, whether or not they should support you, whether or not they should deny you, whether or not whatever it is that you're promoting, they're supporting. But I'm here to tell you this, Taurus. You've been given permission by the Most High to take that muzzle off your mouth and to talk your shit. Period. That's all I see. Six of Swords. They'll get over it. Because this is a Page of Swords coming up against a Queen of Swords. And you have a Page of Swords trying to school or teach or correct their spiritual senior. This is a page on a journey of becoming, you see what I'm saying? A Queen of Swords that wants to correct the thought process. Okay, I've done my research and I've done this and I've done that. For everything that they say that is an I, they already are focusing on the identity, the persona. This is that energy of like perfectionism is a disease. It really is. Nine of Pentacles. I feel like it's like I'm hearing someone say, like, why are you single? Then why are you single if you got it so figured out? Like, why are you not with somebody? Where is your divine counterpart? Some of y'all may be dealing with that. Why aren't you married? You know, why aren't you telling everybody else what's supposed to be? What's going on with you? Again, I'm picking up divine being energy. This is discrediting or attempting to discredit someone or working inconspicuously to discredit another person, trying to look into someone else's life, and it's because you irritating someone's demons right now. The world. All right, this could be online shit. Y'all are irritating insecure people. See, here's the thing. This is where I'm just going to wrap it up, because I feel like Spirit is saying, call this out for what it is. There are people in this world where their entire life aspiration is to be married and to be in a long-standing relationship and to die in that position. This is what they aspire to do in this world. This is their whole objective in life. So when you're talking to this type of mindset, there is nothing that you can say. There is no advice that you can give them, because they have been conditioned to aspire for marriage since they were a young child. So that program is embedded so deeply to the point where if you're not aspiring for the same thing, then they start to indirectly believe that they're in your life to remind you that that's the ultimate goal. No. The ultimate goal is not to aspire to marry and to settle down with a person. It's the one that you've been given. You can't even begin to figure out what your heart truly desires, because you're disconnected from what it really means to love yourself. And can't nobody tell you. Can't nobody tell this Queen of Swords, because the Queen of Swords has been through it. The Queen of Swords has found the light at the end of the tunnel, the rainbow after going through so many failed relationships or whatever wisdom they acquired in their cloudy days. It was deliberate. They have a dual perspective. Their brain is not bound by just rainbows and lollipops, okay? They have the good and the bad. But to an insecure person that is unhappy with themselves, they're going to look at you like something's wrong with you, to validate their own ego. They're going to look at you like, maybe if you change your mind, we can all get along together. Yeah, it's just a confirmation that a lot of y'all, when these people come in and want to know what's your aspiration for life, what all do you want in life, and all you talk about is you want peace. You want to be peace, and you want to live well and enjoy your life. You've already been through the thick of it. It just really, they just can't understand. They're like, well, maybe you feel this way because you're still hurt over a past situation. No. Some of you guys are okay with never remarrying, and that's okay. But I feel like a lot of people are projecting right now, because they're on this journey for the aspiration of love. Hopeless romantics, looking for love, looking to fill that void with another person, but wanting to pick the right person, never understanding that the right person will never manifest as long as they are shit on the inside. They're vomit. They're walking vomit everywhere they go. And they just get right back in the same situation, repeat the same stuff. They do the work long enough to get something in return, because they're users. That's what users do. I'm willing to do the work. I'm willing to walk this journey so long as I'm guaranteed to have that love relationship that I've always wanted. So long as I'm guaranteed to have the prosperity and success that I have. They're not doing it for the same reasons that you're doing it, because they're still looking for someone to save them from themselves. And a lot of you guys have been placed in the position to mirror to them their deepest, darkest secrets. And once you pick up on it with your sixth sense, and you can just tell and see the stink on them, y'all start asking yourselves, y'all divine beings, be like, oh, should I let them live? Like, I can't. Maybe I just need to stay from around them. Maybe I just don't need to say nothing. But you have a clearance to talk your shit. Your freedom of speech is your birthright. Take it. You feel me? That's what Spirit is saying. Huh? What I said, my lady. I'm telling you shine light to their dis-ease. And here you come when they're like, I prayed on a star to get that person that I've always wanted. And then you like, oh, well, it ain't never coming to you because you still this and you still that. And then someone's like, how dare you say that to me? How dare you tell me something's wrong with me? How dare you bring it back on me? I'm a victim. Y'all, like Spirit said, sometimes you just living your life and you actually exploring the opportunities that are brought your way, the relationships that are brought your way, the new ones, is all you ever have to do to literally shut these entire karmic situations down. But as long as you are not taking advantage of those opportunities that the divine brings to you, and you are not walking through those doors or exploring those relationships, you're pretty much allowing those karmic ties that you share with people, both romantic and platonic, to stunt your growth and to block your divine purpose. You see what I'm saying? Leaving you feeling this melancholy, fed up with love, emotional state of being, because they done projected over you and kept you stagnant because you don't want to ruffle no feathers. So you got two options. Either you're going to do it anyway and say fuck them to yourself and never tell them that, and let them watch you experience your best life, or you're going to say what it is you need to say in the utmost disrespectful way that they feel triggered by, and you're going to go do what you want to do anyway. You can do it subtly, or you can do it loud. You know how they have those options on when you texting somebody where you can make like a loud ass exclamation point, you can shout it, or you can like put it all over the screen. For each of you, you have your own methods. But a lot of you, in order to set yourself free, you gonna need to like burst this light, shine this light so bright. And the light ain't always sweet or nice. Just know that. Because this week, if y'all saw the next 7 days, this is why Spirit is saying that. If you haven't watched the next 7 days, it's like Spirit is like taking us like page after page, interaction after interaction. All these karmics are coming to you because they're meant to be the person that you set yourself free on. Yeah. You meant to unleash the Kraken on them. You meant to experience this beast mode. Let me tell you something about your ashy ass. That's what you meant to say to somebody that you won't never say. It feels good to say fuck somebody that's been really trying to, you know what I'm saying? Trying to fuck with you. Just end it. right? And some of y'all need it. And it's going to be like your liberation. And then you're going to have more patience for people. See, your patience is on the other side of you finally getting to release your throat chakra. And you feel good letting it go too. Right after. I don't want to be immature. Okay. Well, let's get your closing message then. Clear, what's the closing message for Taurus? I was going for a minute, now I'm back with the jump off. Ooh, we got old soul. I'm telling you, a lot of y'all are older. Your soul is ancient. Walk through life with confidence and grace. You have power from beyond the world. Focus on what you really want. You can create your dreams. Ooh, Taurus. I love you guys, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye, Taurus.